There you are. You know, it's not your job to collect dust. It is your job is to record me, Dixie T, playing video games. And I have not been doing that. Instead, I've been looking at old WWE pay-per-views that suck. You know, I need to change that. Since my WWE hiatus until WrestleMania 30, and I can't wait for that disaster to unveil itself. I need to do something big. I need to do something big for my 500 plus subscribers. I've been delaying it for so long. I just got it last year. I need something to do big for them. I need something that will actually make people say, wow, this was great. But what video game I can review? What video game? I don't want to do anything for the recent console generation. I don't have a PS4, Xbox One, or Wii U. I'm not going to plan to get any of those in quite a while. What game should I review? Maybe I should do something from the past generations. Something that, you know, haven't get a lot much love lately. Well, what should I review? Now we got it. Cue the theme song.
I heard you've been looking for me, but you look for trouble. You're gonna see that your words are dangerous. Your talk is cheap. I'm standing here, still standing here. Don't question my heart. Still standing here. Don't question the fire that burns inside.
Red Dead Revolver, a game that most people have played but have forgotten about. I mean, when most gamers hear the title Red Dead, they usually think about its great spiritual successor, Red Dead Redemption, which is sad because this is a very, very underrated gem that has seemed to be forgotten by the sands of time. Also, did you know this game was going to be a Capcom-based game based on their 1985 arcade title Gun.Smoke and go in a total different direction than it was going to be? And what direction was that, ladies and gentlemen? I'll get to that a little bit later. But for now, let's get into Red Dead Revolver. Game begins as Nate Harlow returning home from a grand adventure to his wife, a Native American named Falling Star, and his son named Red.
Son! Our troubles are finally over. We hit a vein of gold as wide as a locomotive that runs clean through Bear Mountain.
Hey, Pa, where'd you get that?
Isn't she a beaut?
Yeah. Can I hold it?
She's one of a pair, only two in the whole world.
Where's the other one?
My partner Griff has it. We made him up special to symbolize our newfound wealth.
Can I try it out?
One day this fine weapon will be yours. But for now, why don't you take my old pistol? Go on down to the river and practice while I give your ma her gifts.
After the good news and playing with the tutorial, i.e. Red shooting the pots and pans on his own, the family is attacked by outlaws, and both Red's mother and father were killed. But before the leader can finish off Red, he pulled his father's gun from the flames and shot the leader's arm off with one shot. Damn! But at a cost, as Red Hand was injured as he hides from the outlaws. Cut 2 years later, as Red is now older and a bounty hunter who makes his way to the town of Brimstone to take out some villains and meet up with some interesting and playable characters, like Jack Swift, a British gentleman who was a former bank robber turned bounty hunter, Andy Stokes, a cattle rancher who is well versed with a rifle, Shadow Wolf, Red's Native American cousin, who is good with a bow, shockingly. And Buffalo Soldier. Yes, that's his name, and I haven't seen this much creative output of a name since Marine 2. Spotter was named Spotter. Brilliance. Anyway, the story picks up as we flash back to another playable character named General Diago as he's fighting the U.S. Army. And as he's fighting, he captured a person named Griff, the same guy who was Nate's partner who found the huge gold mine. But Griff sold Nate out to Diago to save his own hide. As you can see, Red Dead Revolver is a standard spaghetti western revenge story that we've not seen, 1,000 times before. But if Capcom had its way and kept this property right here, things would have came a little bit different. And how different? Well, there's a term that I don't think you guys, mostly people who watch this show, know about this term. It's called the Weird West. Now, if you don't know about the style of the Weird West, it's this. You take a story that's set in the Wild West and put in sci-fi elements like magic, zombies, time travel, etc. For example, movies like Back to the Future Part 3, Dusk to Dawn, and believe it or not, Rango. Yes, Rango, that CGI Nick movie that came out a couple years back. Who knew? Also, you had some Weird West games like the DLC from Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare, and Fallout New Vegas. And you can see some of the aspects in this game as well with some of the bosses you face, like Professor Perry, Mr. Black, and a man with a cannon for an arm, literally, Colonel Darren. Anyway, let's get back to the game, shall we? As we take a look at the gameplay, as the controls take a little while to get used to, but after a while you have it down pat. Also in the game, you have this Deadeye meter. When filled up, you can hit your target with lots of shots. A huge rifle blast with Ann Stokes, or with Shadow Wolf, it gives you fire arrows so you can deal out more damage. And also, one of the best parts and features of the game, you can do Old West showdowns, and let me tell you, it is just completely awesome how you can do those things. It's just beautiful right there. I love the Old West showdowns and such. Also, another thing I like in the presentation is the cutscenes in this game were done in this grainy format that also fits the game very well, and the music is just great, and most of the songs from this game come from Ennio Morricone, the person who did the scores from A Fistful of Dollars, The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, The Big Gun Down, and so on and so forth, for all the great Western songs and all the great Western movies. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this game is very good. I mean, the production values, controls, the story is really good as well. Personally, I wish they would have kept with the Weird West theme and just go all the way with it. They say Rockstar has done it before, like I said, when they had Undead Nightmare. I mean, they have the stones to go into that territory, and I wish they could go more to that. You don't see games like that. You don't see games that push that boundary before. Maybe there might be they might do something crazy in this new generation with the Xbox One and PS4. They might do something crazy. Or they'll just stick to the same type of stuff. But, I'm just rambling here. But overall, seems to be a perfect package, right? Sadly, no. There are some flaws in this game, and one big storytime flaw, but trust me, it's going to be some spoilers to that. So, yeah. Here come the flaws, people. First is the graphics. I know this is a PS2 title that came out in 2004, but man, this game did not age well. And some characters like Shadow Wolf still look blocky and still have those really rough edges. I don't know if it was just presentation-wise, but it's offsetting to me. And it looks a bit rubbery. Also, you have some very odd gameplay glitches. The hell just happened? But to me, the biggest flaw in this game is what happened to one of its main characters, Jack Swift. As you see, when you have a playable segment of him earlier in the game where he shows me not only competent to take out random mooks and strangers or the crazy circus folks you have to take out, but also he defeats a teleporting psychopath that is Professor Perry. But at the end of the game, when you, Red, the main character, goes to take on Governor Griff, the same Griff who screwed his family and everything else and started all this crazy stuff in motion. You go down to the governor's mansion. You go down there to take him out. And when in the middle of this mission, and you have Jack Swift, well, here's the scene, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. A secret door. That's the stuff. Probably leads right to the bastard. I'll keep these devils at bay. You see where that passage leads.
Jack?
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The same guy who took out a teleporting crazy person gets killed off via 3 random guys. Off screen. Look, I know this is Red's story. This is his main revenge quest. Is him getting to Griff, and by the way, he kills him off. That's the main part. That's the beginning, middle, end, and him getting revenge for his family. That is the main story. That is what it is. But when you have a character, and you set it up to be not only competent enough to take down these psychopaths that, hell, Professor Perry was teleporting. So you're teleporting. How in the world are you going to tell me that 3 random dudes just run up to him and says, yeah, he died via that way? And you didn't even show his death. How did anyone in the market, did anyone look through this game and say, hey man, this character seems to be really competent and really good with his weapons, so we'll kill him off at the end of the game with no real, he just comes up, dies. You don't even see it. You don't see. I mean, if I would have saw him get shot out, I'm like, okay, I'd be pissed off. But hey, at least they showed the guy, fighting out to the last man. But last time you see him, like you crawl into that little duck thing, and that's it. That's the last time you see Jack Swift. That's
fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Thank you, Iron Sheik. That's the one I'm looking for. But overall, I still enjoyed this game. In fact, this is still a very good game to pick up and play. You can find this everywhere. You can find this for the PS2, Xbox, and for the 6th generation gaming, it's not bad. It's not a bad pickup for you for your PS2 and Xbox. And also, you can find this on PSN for all you PS3, Vita, PS4 gamers out there who want to pick this up without getting a physical copy, and you can't play it on your PS4 or PS3. It's on the PlayStation Network. I mean, they're probably like $3 or $4, and you can sit there and play a good old-fashioned arcade type of shoot 'em up. And that's it. It really is a pretty good game, and I really did enjoy this though. Even though the misgivings of how Jack Swift died, I still enjoyed the experience. I still think this is a game worthwhile to pick up. And overall, I give this game a very strong and highly recommending 7 out of 10. I was going to give this game an 8 out of 10, but that last thing really pissed me off. I mean, that really did piss me off on how you can just not do a story, that end the story, a character that you shown to be as competent as Jack Swift, taking on all those clown psychopaths and then die out. You didn't give a scene. You didn't give like a farewell scene to him. I don't know. It just bothers me when you have, when you do have a character. You build him up and then you just cut the legs right out of him. I mean, seriously, it's like they sent Jack Swift to the WWE mid-card. And he never was heard from again. That's what happened. That's my canon. He took those bad guys, and then he just was stuck in the WWE. He went to a black hole and stuck into the WWE mid-card where there's no hope and no chance of you ever getting over, and you'd be just basically forgotten about, and you'd be squashed by guys like the Great Khali, and the only hope of him ever being semi-relevant is he has to join 3MB. There, I just got an ending for you. Yeah. Anyway, though, it's me, Duke CT. And before I go, I want to thank everybody who supported me for all these years, for putting up with me and all this stuff, through changing the show and everything else, to the Duke Sit Down podcast and everything else. I want to say thank you so much. I mean, I really, really am humbled by 500 subscribers. 500 people, 500 plus people, and and over 100,000 views on my YouTube page. It is amazing. I am again humbled. I am just wow, and thank you so much. And I hope that my entertainment, my little videos, brings you a little joy and make you forget about all the craziness out there in the world today. And a big shout out to all the people who support me: LC, Hardcore Kid, see Donise, Roddy C, see everybody who did the Bogosity podcast, Shady K, Tim Dice, all those guys. Work out great. You guys are awesome. Everything else, all the wrestling shooters, LV5454, the Lax Man, Spinning That. I know you're not online anymore, but again, I'm gonna keep thanking you. You really helped me back in 2010 when you gave me that big shout out, and Spinning That one. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to shine, and that really meant a lot for me and helped me grow. And everybody, for thanking me, thanks for motivating myself and doing these reviews and podcasts and everything else. Thank you. I love y'all. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.